Have you noticed that during your spiritual practice, you are always in the back of your mind thinking of some special event that will happen in the future, called enlightenment? That you are still living in this illusion of future, that you are still like not 100% present, where you are still thinking, okay, I'm not enlightened now, I'm working towards something in the future that will happen someday, maybe. But you realize the only time there is really now, never anything else. Future, past, and presence are only present now. Like in the moment, you can think about something that will happen in the future, and it might, but it will always happen now. And also that thought of the future is some mental construct in the now. And the same with the past. It is never the past. You can only think about the past. And as real as it seems in our mental construction, it is not real. And so, spiritual enlightenment is now. You have to realize it now. It's 100% possible. Don't keep yourself back. You can become conscious, 100% present of what you are now. Drop the separation, drop the ego. Just be now. See what you are. Like really see what you are. Without concepts. It's so easy. Look out into the world. Don't sit there with closed eyes and meditate and think that somehow this way a special enlightenment will come of some visionary thing or whatever you are imagining what enlightenment will feel like. No. Look at whatever you are seeing now and realize it as you. Realize what you are. It's there. Nothing else. It's now, it's you, everything, all of it, and that there is no separation. Collapse the illusion of the separate ego, of being something here that's looking out into the world and or over there looking out here. This video. It's not there. The separation is an illusion. You are that completely what you experience right now. With your conception of your life, of your future, of your past, but see it for what it is. Really experience it now. Like there is no other time to become enlightened. It's seeing the world as one. It can really happen. I promise, it happened for me. It's happening now. I'm realizing I'm all of it. You can get used to it. There's no separation, no outside, no inside. This world is one. Drop the fear of having to defend some kind of ego feeling that's like, oh no, I'm not all of these things out there. I'm something here that's just perceiving all of this. We are very visual beings. And so this visual aspect of our experience is what we give a lot of weight to. And so you see objects and automatically the first thing you do, without even realizing what it is, you say it's not me. You see something and oh no, that's not me. Maybe you see your hand. Look at your hand. Are you your hand? It's a little bit closer to what you would say is you. Yeah, I have feeling in my hand. I can feel the air on my hand. I can move it. It's acting according to my will. So this object of reality, I would say, is part of me. It's my body. It's what I call my body. But realize it's no different. The quality of your perception of your hand is no different than of any other object. If something bad would happen and you would lose your hand, imagine that for now. Would it change anything about your feeling of yourself? No. You would be sad for a while because you are not having your hand anymore, but the sense of you has not changed. And now look at a different object that's not your body. Look at your table, your wall, a picture, and notice, like, the first thought you would say, yeah, that's some object out there that I perceive. And now see that how that's wrong. Look at it and see that it's you. That there is only a learned difference between this object and you. Your parents, when you grew up, they have taught you this over and over and over again by pointing at objects, by pointing at you, saying you and table, ball, whatever, and saying not you, something else. They pointed at themselves and said, I'm your mother, I'm your father, I'm different from you. And so over the first years of your life, this really got ingrained in you. And what you're trying with enlightenment, with the realization that you are everything, that there is only a conceptual difference between the outside world and the inside of what you call you, that it is an illusion, that your brain is tricking you. And you can realize it now. Look at those objects and collapse the difference between this object and you. And if you're coming from this materialistic point of view, maybe you have heard of, or I'm sure you know that everything that you perceive, the colors, the light, the smells, whatever, is actually created by your brain. If you're believing that, let's go down that road. We know that there are some kind of physical representations of what light, of what we perceive as light, like wavelengths and a photon. That's somehow outside there, let's say. But what you perceive as being the light of the world is really some kind of neurochemical reaction, some energy between your neurons, something that's happening in your brain. There are no colors out there in the world. They are generated by your brain in that model. And so, all of this world that you are seeing, all of these things, they are in the real sense part of you if you think you are your body. They are generations. They are generated by your brain, by your neurons, which should feel like they are you. But within this whole three-dimensional projected illusion, your brain has also told you that no, you are not those perceptions. You are not those things that your brain is still producing, but it has managed to separate one part of your brain from all of these other things. And that's clearly also an illusion. It's just, I'm not saying that this is totally, completely how the world is, because the brain itself is something that's happening in this world and not actually real. But let's go down this road, because that way maybe you can see how, even from that point of view, it's a total illusion that you are not whatever you are perceiving. Really contemplate this and realize you can awake, you can collapse this illusion now and be one with the world. Meditation helps because we are usually so stuck in our thoughts, we are so identified with our thoughts that you have to build up this ability to concentrate apart from your everyday mind chatter, that later you can use this ability to focus for long periods of time in order to collapse this illusion, to focus and concentrate actually on objects you're perceiving and focus on, is there actually a difference, a distance between these objects and me? And then once you have this ability to concentrate for prolonged periods of time, it will become easier and easier for you to collapse this illusion. And once you have this samadhi experience, it will be shocking. It will be so shocking because you have realized that you have missed a lot about yourself. And really, this illusion of separating yourself from the outside world downgrades all of your experiences. Because once you see that all of this is one and you are it, and it's not just a concept like now you have heard it, but that it's your lived reality, everything you perceive becomes a beautiful, beautiful expression of yourself. That's it. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments down below and see you next video.